Indonesia has a diversity of races, cultures, religions, and languages. Indonesia has a population of 205.7 million during the year 1998. Indonesia can be said to be a peaceful country until the reign of Haji Suharto, the second president of Indonesia. Near the end of his reign, the people started to riot against each other. On the 21st of May, Indonesians began to riot against each other, a time where they broke every rule and did whatever they want, believing that it was the right thing to do. This was the May 1998 riots of Indonesia. The conflict that occurred during the 1998 riots of Indonesia is one of the most tragic events that has happened since the independence. Not only did the economy dramatically plunge, but a multitude of people suffered the loss of their homes and families due to the many unforeseen raids across Jakarta and disagreement between religion causes suffering throughout the country. The 1998 riots of Indonesia caused the economy to plummet, property destruction, and countless lives lost. By the time the riots happened, Indonesia's economy was already unstable due to the Asian financial crisis that happened just a year before. That was a major event concerning lots of countries in Asia, as it greatly reduced the value of their currencies, including Indonesia. This was also one of the reasons why the protests happened in the first place. The IMF, International Monetary Fund, provided loans to alleviate, if not steady, the economy of the countries affected by the crisis. Although this greatly helped to stabilize the economy, repaying the loan caused prices to go up for lots of things, including taxes. Gasoline prices increased by 70%. The cost of electricity also increased. The riots of 1998 only made the economy of Indonesia worse. The external debt of the country went up by a significant amount. The damage done during the riots accumulated to approximately 3.1 trillion rupiah. During the May 1998 riots, both casualties and offenders have been killed. Countless lives were lost. According to the search and rescue team, there were at least 1,000 people who were killed, hundreds either injured or missing, and many women were raped. The rioters from the various areas inflicted their pain, some killed on purpose, some by accident. They attacked the police that were in charge of crowd control, and many police officers on the front line took the damage. Many of the victims were Chinese, who were targeted because of their race. Because of these killings, people became too scared to leave their homes. Many fled, but many stayed in their homes until they knew it was safe. This made everyone on alert, being afraid to go out of their comfort zone or they might get killed. During the May 1998 riot, countless businesses, venues, shops, and homes were attacked and raided. It was truly a sad and destructive scene for some. Raiders and looters would bang on the door and break in. Many victims could not defend themselves, and the only option was allowing the looters to take everything they owned. Neighborhoods were burned down, shops closed, business closed. It was certainly a grim situation for Indonesia. Approximately 4,000 buildings were damaged during this period. A famous neighborhood called Glodok, also known as Chinatown, was rampaged and left abandoned by most of the residents. Many Chinese shop owners and venue owners left to find safety. Knowing that this may occur, most fled in fear of terror. Other neighborhoods heard the news and started to barricade the gates. They would take shifts for the entire day. Towards the end of the riots, Suharto's power had become weaker. By that time, it had become hard for Suharto to rule the country due to all the chaos and protests from the citizens. He finally stepped down from his position when the legislators that were supposedly working for him also demanded that Suharto resign or have his position forcibly taken from him. Suharto eventually succumbed to the pressure from the people and resigned, giving his position to Vice President Habibie. Suharto had finally given up his position so that the situation in Indonesia would not get worse. and so that he would be able to get more safety. The people were in great distress due to their conditions, while Suharto was in his last presidential period. They desired a new leader. Some reasons include corruption, the economic situation in Indonesia, and many more. During the riots, some supermarket owners compromised with some of the rioters, allowing them to freely take from their store, but leaving the other stores unharmed. By May 15, 1998, the riots ended and it certainly left Indonesia in a terrible state. By 2004, they were able to gain back their state that was lost from the riots in 1998. Though it was slow and challenging, Indonesia worked hard to come back from such a tragic point in Indonesian history.